Is it prohibited, or is it just drunkenness that's prohibited?
Well, it's not prohibited in any way. And there's actually times that God expects you to get a little buzzed. One of the tithes that we're supposed to bring on a yearly basis, where if you have leftover, I'm trying to think of the actual law. If you have leftover, you're supposed to sell the produce, take the money, go to Jerusalem, and it specifically says to buy strong drink as part of the festival. So God wants you to party, right, with strong drink. It wouldn't be wine. Wine was like the water of the time, essentially. That's the only way to really ensure that you won't get sick, by just drinking water from a possible stale pond. So yeah, so not only do we endorse it, God tells you to drink hard liquor.
Nice, nice. And then I guess my last question before I disconnect is, what makes like meat or anything like kosher? Because I know in Islam, right, in order for something to be like halal, it has to be, you have to cut like all four blood vessels, and then you have to be saying the name of God, right? And as Muslims, we believe that we can eat kosher meat, right? But I know Jews, they're not allowed to eat halal meat because
Right.
there's other requirements. What are those other requirements for something to be considered kosher?
Well, the blessing has to be said when Muslims don't say the specific blessing that we say. I mean, Islam has a tradition that you have to face towards Mecca, which like really wouldn't modify it. Um, a non-Jewish person can slaughter on our behalf. Also, our knives have to be checked in a way that I don't think Islam follows. I mean, there's a procedure of running your nail across the knife to make sure there's no nicks in it. Um, what else is there? There's also the draining of the blood, what they call malicha afterwards. So they put salt on the meat, which I'm not sure if Muslims do it. If they do it, they don't do it under Jewish supervision. What other thing? In terms of the trachea, like the main artery, that may be the same. But apart from that, because I slaughter, but I slaughter poultry. I've never slaughtered anything larger than that. And it's quite simple. It's not but it is different. It is different. So Muslims, yes, they trust kosher to be halal, but we don't trust halal to be kosher.